Hello my scrappy friends, and a big welcome to my channel once again. Today it is the 18th of May and I have 13 days to go. So today's share, as you saw already, is one of the spreads in my MAMBI Memory Planner. I'm really enjoying this format. It is kind of very loosely Project Life-y, but not at all at the same time. It is a planner. I've got one of the vertical big planners. I just need to get more of the big planner stickers, but they're few and far between. Anyway, so I am working on week 9, I think this works out to be, which is the last week in February this year. I just customized one of my alphas. I'm just showing you there. I actually ran out of 2s on the black set, and so I had the white set, and I just used that Faber-Castell Artist Pitt pen in 1.5. It's like a bullet nib to colour in a 2 so that I had enough. So I've dated all along the top there. I wanted to use number stickers instead of stamping, just for something different. So that's what I've done. What I've got here are all of my photos. I showed you right at the beginning that when I print my photos, I print them straight onto photo paper. I have created a template in Photoshop Elements, and I basically just drag and drop the photos. I edit the colors into my template, and then I print them out to size, and you watch me cut a couple of them down. Then I lay them out on my spread like I have here. You can see I've got pencil marks, like little notes all along the top there, so that I know what photos I've printed to go where. And the very first thing I do once I've trimmed my photos down is find the placement for them and stick them in. So you can see I am a bit of a stickler for this happened on this day, so it goes on that day. It's not very often that I kind of don't follow that. So that's what I've done here. Then the next thing that I do is I go through and I make sure that I have space for writing. Because this is not a planner, so you know, today I'm doing this and tomorrow I'm doing that. Sorry for that shot of my head. It is going back and recording memories. I do make sure that I have the things on the right days. And I do want to make sure that I've got enough room to tell my stories. And often that can involve me pulling layers up. This photo paper that I use is super sticky. So I have to be super careful if I am pulling it up. However, the MAMBI sticker books are designed, I believe, so that you can pull them up fairly easily. I don't normally decorate straight away, but I did notice that I pulled the Love This circle on the left hand side, and I wanted to make sure that I had that same holographic on the right hand side somewhere. So that's why I grabbed that little pointy arrow. So I've got my place for all my journaling now, and I'm going through, now I'm using the Tracy Reed Beginnings and Endings collection. I love this collection. It's so super fun. No, this is not the Beginnings and Endings collection. Sorry, this is the Love List collection. And for this entire collection, I printed it on like matte presentation paper. Yeah, that's what I've printed it on. And had my Cameo cut it out for me. So this is thin-ish paper. It's better quality than regular printer paper, but I like the print that I get on it, and so that's why I chose it. You can see I'm just going through the embellishments I've got here and sorting through them. Up to the top you can see me dumping stuff, and that is where all of the hearts and florals are going for now, because I know that I'm going to come back in at the end and do some embellishing with those. And you can see I'm just playing with a few bits and pieces, making sure that I'm not covering up too much of my writing space, and adding in a few little embellishments. I'm going to choose where this one's going. No, I'm still playing with things. That little notebook page, I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I was like, yes, that is perfect. Big love for this. And I thought about putting that one there and I was like, nope. So I bring the EXO over there and take that over there. And so I've gone off camera and I have stuck everything down and I have filled in all of my journaling. So I'm just showing you where I'm up to. So nothing extra was added here except for my journaling. And like I said, everything has been stuck down. So this is where I'm up to now. And what I'm going to come back and do now is embellish. In the collection that I'm using, Tracy Reed had designed some traveler's notebook signatures. And I really struggle with this panel on the left hand side. I think that if you use one of these planners, please tell me, what do you do with it? Because I don't use it for what is printed on there. I don't love what is printed on there, as I don't use this as a traditional planner. This is what I have to do kind of stuff. So yeah, let me know, how do you use that? I decided I was just going to cover this up and use it kind of like a film strip with this paper. Now I really love how this turned out. It's all little those little boards. And it says all different kinds of love things, which I think is really super cute. And so I'm just going to cut this in a way so that that top edge, you can see, you can't tell that it's been cut. I'm just going to stick those straight down on there. I'm going to lift a couple more things up, trim this down, and then stick that down with my ATG. Oh, I'm just getting my planner. It's sitting right next to me. So some of those boxes read, this made me smile today. You have my whole heart. This is my love language. Going absolutely crazy for this. Current faves. There is so much to adore about this. I love this. You are at the top of my love list. Giving me all the heart, eyes and good vibes. I'm on the pursuit of happiness. Good stuff. And then does it. And the bottom of that one actually says spark joy, but it's cut off. But I really like that on the left hand side there. But I did want to cover up that little bit of like embellishment underneath. So I am just going to add a couple of hearts, and I come back a bit later and find a third thing to add. But some of these had too much of a white border, so I'm just getting rid of that. I've got another one of those little boards already there, that one that says this makes me so happy, and I decided to add in a couple more. That one there says you make my heart skip a beat. If you can't tell, that photo on that page in the middle is my two boys. It's a school morning and they're getting ready for school and they're actually helping each other. Like they're actually in the kitchen standing next to each other, helping each other get their lunches. And I was just like, oh my goodness, what has happened? So I was like, quick, get the camera. So I snapped a photo and I was just like, this just makes me happy. I wish that they could do this more often. And that's pretty much what my journaling says. So what am I doing now? I found that little tab and it says documented that I've tucked under those hearts on the left hand side. And then I'm going to add this one as well. And it says embracing the right now or something to that effect. Hang on. Embrace this moment. I'll just have a look. Embrace this day. So that photo, it looks like a whole bunch of leaves in it. It is. But I did it. I ordered it. I ordered 6 caterpillars so that we could watch the transformation from caterpillar to chrysalis to butterfly, which was pretty spectacular. But I'll be honest, and the caterpillars still kind of grossed me out. I'm not a fan of bugs. And they still kind of grossed me out, but it really was magical to see nature do its thing. And I still kind of, it it had all of us talking a fair bit. And, I was saying to my kids, wow, I wonder what happens in the chrysalis, to make it go from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It must be magic. And they're like, Mum, it's not magic, it's nature. I'm like, yeah, but what happens? And they're like, Mum, it's not magic. But yeah, we did have some interesting conversations. So all I'm doing is finding a few extra bits and pieces that I can add around my page. I decided that I really liked this tag over on this side. So again, I'm pulling all the levels up, the layers up. And I like that blue and white one on the left and then that pink one on the right. When in doubt, always follow your heart is the blue and white striped one. And then the one on the right says, all I need is this right here. The little board underneath that says, I have a big love for this. Then I've got, oh, happy day. And then right down the bottom, this is my love language. If you can't tell, that big picture on the bottom is my brand new pink Cameo 4 that it wasn't a spur of the moment purchase, but it was not planned. My old Cameo was being a bit of a pain in the butt, and I kept finding, for whatever reason, that my blade kept lifting, which kept putting all my cuts off. So I've currently got a Cameo, I think it's a 3, sitting here that I'm like, I want to sell it. The blade only skips on like the first blade carriage. The second one is totally fine. But I'm just like, I'll just deal with that later. So that's why I've got a new Cameo. I am still adding a few bits and pieces. I decided that I didn't have enough circles. So I've got a couple of circles, but I kind of felt like, 1 or 2 wasn't enough. And especially when I didn't have any on the right hand page and I had a couple on the left. So I just added in a third one. Then I had these gaps, which I don't mind having that white space somewhere for your eye to rest. But I just wanted to fill in a few of them. So I've got, this would have been a 3x4 or a 4x6 card that I've used elsewhere. And I just kept the little offcuts, and I'm just going to add them in places across this spread, just to add a little bit of something without it being too much. I know that the pattern works with everything already going on because it's from the same collection. So I'm just going to add that in the 3 spots. So I've got it to the right hand side, up to the top left, and then down to the bottom left as well. And I just feel like that balances it all really well. What next? I think I'm going to show you, so I'm going to show you the pages here. And I realize as I'm showing you that I need to glue some bits down again. Nice and easy to do with that tape runner. And there's the right hand side. Sorry, I'm just drinking tea. Popping that straight back into my planner. I love this planner. It is so awesome. It does have the bigger rings in it now because I knew that I was going to explode the book. I don't know if you saw before I popped that second page in what was on the left hand side, but I have got a couple of other spreads in there. Once I have finished this recording for tomorrow, I am going to do a flip through of January and February because that's all I've done in there. But here are all the close-ups. I hope you enjoy this. I'll make sure I leave links to the products I've used, including that sticker paper. I love that sticker paper. It is incredible. And I tend to buy all of my MAMBI Memory Planner stuff from the Washi Gang, so I'll leave a link to them as well. If you have any questions, please make sure you leave them below. I will also link Tracy Reed. Thank you ever so much for stopping by, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a fantastic scrappy day.